Swadika, thank you for joining us for the midday edition of NBT World Brief on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. In our first story, yesterday, the Prime Minister chaired an urgent meeting ordering all relevant agencies to prepare comprehensive measures to manage potential impacts on Thailand's energy supply. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Transport, Pipat Ratchakit Prakan, who oversees the government center monitoring the Middle East conflict situation, said authorities are closely monitoring fuel prices, including gasoline, diesel, LPG, and LNG, which remain a major concern for the public. The Transport Minister said the government has capped diesel prices for 15 days starting February 28th. About 9 to 10 days have already passed, and the price cap will remain for another 5 to 6 days before authorities review whether the measure should continue. Meanwhile, Energy Minister Attapon Rukpiboon said the government has temporarily suspended some oil exports to preserve domestic supply, except shipments to Laos and Myanmar. Oil traders have also been instructed to raise fuel reserves from 1% to 3%, increasing to 1.5% by the end of March and reaching 3% by the end of April. Authorities are also encouraging government agencies to adopt energy-saving measures, including possible work-from-home arrangements, while gas stations are being asked to help motorists check vehicle engines to improve fuel efficiency. These proposals will be submitted to the cabinet today. The first group of Thai nationals evacuated from Iran arrived safely in Thailand late yesterday afternoon, with a total of 29 people returning home. Another group of 23 Thai nationals is scheduled to arrive today. Meanwhile, additional Thais are preparing to leave Iran for Turkey as authorities continue close coordination for further evacuations. Minister of Foreign Affairs Sihasak Phongkekeo welcomed the first group of evacuees who traveled from Iran via Turkey. The foreign minister thanked Thai embassy officials in Tehran for assisting the group throughout the journey, which was described as difficult. The evacuees had to travel by car for more than 10 hours to reach the Turkish border, stayed overnight in Van, and then flew from Istanbul back to Thailand. One Thai evacuee expressed gratitude to all authorities involved, saying the journey took more than 2 days before they could finally return home safely. Despite continued airstrikes in some areas of Iran, Thai nationals there are still able to live their daily lives while maintaining close contact with the Thai embassy in Tehran and the Thai community in Iran. Many residents are taking shelter in basements, while some have temporarily moved to rural areas away from airstrike zones.
ในการเดินทางก็ราบรื่นก็เหนื่อยอะค่ะเพราะว่าต้องเดินทางรวมกันแล้วเบ็ดเสร็จ2 วันกว่าก็จะถึงที่กรุงเทพค่ะแล้วที่อิหร่านตอนนี้นะคะก็ยังมีการโจมตีทางอากาศกันอยู่นะคะแต่พวกเราก็ยังจับจ่ายใช้สอยได้ตามปกติพวกเราในกลุ่มที่อยู่ที่นู่นนะคะประสานงานกันอยู่ตลอดคือสถานทูตสมาคมคนไทยที่นู่นคือช่วยเหลือกันอย่างเต็มที่ค่ะไม่ทิ้งกันไว้ข้างหลังคือพวกเราจะก่อกลุ่มกันในกลุ่มของพวกเราก็จะโทรหากันว่าตรงนู้นโดนตรงนั้นไม่ตรงนี้ไหมอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะช่วยเหลือกันอย่างเต็มที่ค่ะแล้วก็จะมีการอพยพกันมาอีกเรื่อยๆขอบพระคุณท่านสื่อมวลชนและคนไทยค่ะที่ให้ความห่วงใยพวกเราและก็ส่งกำลังใจให้พวกเราขอบคุณอย่างยิ่งนะคะพวกเรารู้สึกซาบซึ้งเป็นอย่างยิ่งค่ะ
The foreign minister also said another group of about 75 nationals, mostly students in Tehran and nearby southern areas, will begin traveling by land today to the Turkish border before flying from Istanbul back to Thailand. Thailand continues efforts to assist its citizens and workers in the Middle East as tensions in the region persist. During the recent briefing by the Center for Monitoring the Situation in the Middle East conflict, authorities reported that 322 Thai nationals have already been assisted out of high-risk areas. Acting Director General of the Department of Information and Deputy Spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Panidon Pachimsawat, said the situation regarding the opening and closing of airspace in the region remains uncertain. However, Qatar Airways has begun operating some emergency flights to transport cargo and assist stranded passengers. On March 8th, a flight from Bangkok to Doha operated for the first time to bring stranded passengers back to Qatar. Authorities are still monitoring whether flights from Doha to Bangkok will resume to bring passengers back to Thailand. The deputy spokesperson emphasized that so far there have been no reports of Thai nationals injured or killed in the conflict. Thai embassies and consulates across the region continue to provide assistance, distribute essential supplies, and coordinate with airlines and local authorities to facilitate travel and border crossings to neighboring countries.
ขณะนี้ยังไม่มีรายงานคนไทยได้รับบาดเจ็บหรือเสียชีวิตอย่างไรก็ดีเนื่องจากสถานการณ์มีความไม่แน่นอนกระทรวงการต่างประเทศจึงขอให้คนไทยพิจารณาออกนอกพื้นที่เสี่ยงโดยเร็วที่สุดและลงทะเบียนแจ้งข้อมูลที่อยู่ช่องทางติดต่อให้กับสถานเอกอัครราชทูตและสถานกงสุลใหญ่ที่อยู่ในความรับผิดชอบต่อไปนะครับโดยรวมขณะนี้ตั้งแต่เกิดเหตุการณ์มีคนไทยที่ติดค้างในตะวันออกกลางที่ได้รับความช่วยเหลือในการเดินทางกลับประเทศไทยเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้วนะครับรวมทั้งสิ้น322คนครับรัฐบาลไทยยังคงยึดมั่นในการให้ความช่วยเหลือคนไทยในภูมิภาคตะวันออกกลางที่ได้รับผลกระทบจากการสู้รบให้ออกจากพื้นที่อันตรายในโอกาสแรกด้วยความปลอดภัยครับ
Meanwhile, Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Labor and a Labor Ministry spokesperson, Santi Nantasuwan, said there are currently 67,043 Thai workers in the Middle East. A total of 941 workers have requested to return home, with only one having arrived in Thailand so far. Among those awaiting travel, 41 workers from Iran are scheduled to return today, while 205 workers from Saudi Arabia and 23 from Israel are still waiting for travel arrangements. Upon returning, workers will be able to register for domestic employment, future overseas work once conditions improve, or language training for jobs in other countries. Thailand's economic policymakers are urging key sectors to adapt quickly as global tensions threaten energy security and economic stability. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Niti Thanparaphat delivered a keynote speech titled Moving Thailand's Economy Forward, Driving Industrial Growth at the Smart Industry event organized by SCG and private sector partners. The Deputy Prime Minister emphasized that Thailand's agriculture, industrial and service sectors must adjust to the impact of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, particularly in areas of energy, technology, and green industry development. Finance Minister Niti said the government is focusing on three major strategies. First, accelerating clean energy development. The government plans to support direct purchases of renewable electricity through the Direct Power Purchase Agreement, or Direct PPA, and establish an infrastructure fund to invest in electricity transmission networks. The move is expected to attract more foreign investment to Thailand. Second is promoting digital technology and artificial intelligence. The government will introduce tax incentives and subsidies while encouraging large corporations to support smaller businesses through a partnership program known as Big Brother Helps Little Brother. And third, advancing the transition toward a green industry. The government will promote the use of ethanol derived from crops to produce fuel. Igniti noted that Thailand has faced several energy crises in the past and must turn challenges into opportunities. He added that Thailand's neutral position in global conflicts could help attract greater foreign investment in the future. And that wraps up our midday edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments on NBT and NBT World. And for more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Sandra Han Utsaha. สวัสดีค่ะ